Alright, you may remember using algebra blocks back in middle school. It's something that teachers do a lot. We don't have the time to get too much into it ourselves, so I'm going to explain these number tiles here. This would be the number 1. This would be the number -1. Those are the smallest. And then we go to x and -x, the rectangular ones. Then we get x squared and -x squared. Our goal is to model polynomial addition using these. And I'm just going to show you down here which of the polynomials in the addition expression these algebra tiles represent. Well, we can see there's 2x squared and a -x. It's this one right here, so I can write that right. 2x squared minus x. There's x squared and x squared for two of them. There's a minus x. And this would leave, that looks like an x squared, 1, 2, 3 plus 3x minus 1 in this case. Alright, we're actually done with that first page. So if we go here, place them next to each other, and if we do, we can see that there is a, it looks like they could be reorganized here, couldn't they? We can see that it does. We still have our 2x squared minus x, right? And then plus, here's our x squared plus 3x minus 1, right? There's our 2x squared, there's our minus x, and there, over here, is our x squared plus 3x minus 1. And if we reorganize them, right, we can put our 2x squared by our x squared, right? There's 2 by the x. We can put our -x by our 3x's and put our -1. They're like size, like terms in this case. And we can see that this guy cancels out, and what we have left is 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. What properties of addition allow you to do something? Well, there's a few, right? We have the commutative property that allows us to reorganize things, right? That just means order doesn't matter. We've actually gone through 2 pages already, but I'm going to keep going, and we're just going to start adding things. There's a few ways to add it. Vertically, we can add like terms in columns, and when you do this, you first write each one in standard form, then write the second polynomial below it, right? We want to add them up like they're in like terms. Use a monomial with a 0 coefficient as a placeholder for missing terms, and add the coefficients. So let's show you. Alright, if I was going to take b here, alright, I would say, hey, I'm going to add these two right here. So this one has a y cubed, and the one on the bottom doesn't, so we use a 0 to hold it. Right? This one doesn't have a y squared, so we use a 0y squared, and the one on the bottom has a 1y squared. Right? This one has a 2y, and this one over here that we're adding to it has 0y. And it looks like this one right here has a 1, and the one below it has a -1. Alright, so we've lined them all up, and now all we have to do, since they're lined up vertically, is to, well, basically just add like terms, right? So 3y and 0y cubed are nothing, right? 0y squared and 1y squared give me 1y squared. I don't have to really write that, right? 2y and 0y give me 2y, and 1 and -1, they're opposite numbers, so they cancel out. So if I simplified this, we get our 3y squared plus our y squared plus our 2y, and we're done. Is the sum of two polynomials always another polynomial? Well, you know what? Yes. Alright, it is. Add the given polynomials using vertical. So let's add this. So I'm going to say -x squared plus 0x minus 1. Notice I put a placeholder in because I noticed this guy had an x. So underneath it, we line up our x squareds. There's our minus x plus 0. Add them, that's a -1, -x, and 3x squared, and we're done. So basically all you do is you line things up. This one has a cube, And so does this one. So we'll say negative x, well, I'm using x, and since I wrote x, I'm going to stay with it, cubed, plus, doesn't look like it's got a squared, 0x squared. I'm going to say minus 2x minus 1, and this one has 2x cubed. This one has a squared, minus x squared, plus 2x plus 0. If we add these, that gives me x cubed. These guys, 0x squared. These guys cancel out, minus 1. This one's not too bad. I got x minus 1. Underneath I write 4x minus 6. We add them, we get negative 7 and 5x. Not too bad. We're actually really making a good pace. It has been 5 minutes, but let's keep going with this. We're just going to do the horizontal next. Alright? So horizontal is just this. You don't write things above each other. You write them next to each other, but you try to write things next to other like terms. And so if I was going to add these two, this negative AB, I would write next to this AB. This B over here was all by itself, and then minus A at the end. These guys would cancel out here, and I got B minus A. Let me show you down here, right? I would say negative 6x squared, and this guy would go next to it, negative 4x squared. And then I say plus 2, and then I have my like terms, same exponents, same variables next to each other, so negative 10x squared plus 2. I come here, looks like I've got 2x cubed, so I got negative x cubed from here, and negative 4x cubed. Alright. Ooh, there's a y in here, so we'll just say plus y plus x plus 2. Everything else was didn't have any like terms. This gives me negative 5x cubed. Let's put the plus x plus y plus 2. And then we have our x and y's. X is next to each other. Over here, we've got our y plus, there's 1. We'll put the 3y, the like term, next to it. Minus 7 plus 18, which gives us 4y plus 11. Alright. We've actually gone through 4 of 6 pages. This isn't too bad. I want to pause. We only have 2 more, and we'll do the word problems on the next page. Talk to you soon.